Today is January the 28th, 2024. It's about 4:56 p.m. Here in Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County. This is Vine Street, and where that car was at is Warhousing and Vine. Last night, it was a group of children out here, white and black. It was raining pretty hard. And I'm going to show you something. It's disturbing to me how a guy didn't want no confrontation and he kept on leaving, but he wanted to hang with his friends. But at the same time, he didn't want the confrontation that this guy, for at least about 10 minutes, was going, just kept coming towards him, and he was running. In a group of individuals, black and white out there. You see, I'm going to just keep it 100% real. You see, I called the police because if these group of individuals, majority black, I'm not knocking them because children's be children's. Juveniles be juveniles. But if these group of individuals, especially the majority of blacks, being in a white neighborhood here in Charleston, Missouri, and was doing what was happening last night, you see what I'm saying? It would have been a different episode, y'all. The police did come. But I bet you the white community ain't going to allow that. And that's why I try to keep it away from our area. Because 9 out of 10 times, these individuals didn't live here, even though they ran into a Charleston, Missouri housing authority. And I'm not knocking nobody that live in the projects, because I lived in the projects down here and in Chicago. But one thing different than me, when I lived down here on Rodney and 8th Street, we had unity, black and white. We didn't allow our children to do what you just seen just then. You see what I'm saying? When I was in Cabrini Green, the same thing. But you're going to have individuals, even though they have good parents, they're going to be out here doing things that they shouldn't be doing. But that's what the village is for. Y'all criticize me when I say y'all, I'm talking about those who the shoe fit wear. Y'all honor and praise people like Lester Gillespie and Rodney Jones, but they march with thugs and gangbangers and drug dealers, saying God called them to do unity marches. If you want the YouTube video, you ask me for it, send a message to me, and I'll send you to YouTube and show you all these preachers, black and white, Sudan Wesley Family Learning Center, the sheriff, the chief of police, and some of these black and white preachers and groups out here marching with these individuals that's known gangbangers and thugs and drug dealers. If they wasn't, the federal government wouldn't have locked them up. The federal government don't come get you for no reason at all. But I made that video early this morning while it was still dark, slipping into darkness. Our children's is. And I started to play Runaway Child Running Wild because we need to get a handle on it. All y'all got to do is look, see how many of our youngsters is study killing each other, one in the cemetery, the other one in jail. I'm going to leave it at this here. I love my community. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. Peace out. Check it out. Now you can look at the time now. It's 6:19, but I want you to take a good look. You see the crowd and came from by the project house, and instead of trying to break it up, the guy, he kept running towards this car out here because I guess he didn't want to fight. And it reminded me when I was about 14 or 15 years old living in Cabrini Green. I kept running from this taller, bigger guy that kept on trying to bully me until I couldn't deal with it anymore. And some people that I know end up giving me a shotgun, and I still got to running. The sawed-off shotgun still got to running, but I couldn't take it no more now. And end up shooting the guy in his legs from a distance where I knew it wouldn't do much to him. And end up turning myself in and was charged as an adult momentarily until a lawyer beat the case out for me for self-defense. But I just want to show you this here, if you can see it, since nobody in the project housing where they was at and nobody else, I called the police, and I don't care if nobody, because that could have been my child out there, and I want somebody to be able to save this child from being hurt or save the other child from catching the case. You see, this is not a game. People is killing in the projects. Paul Page, the executive director, he don't care about what's going on in the projects. If he did, he'll be paying police to be security, because the Charleston police, some of them, they try to do their job, but they got a chief of police, Robert Hearns, who all he spent his money on is vehicles. He can't even find another black police officer. But I just want y'all to just see this here. Had I not called the police, I wonder what would have happened. You see, on these same corners, this is what Les Gillespie was telling children that I raped children. On this same corner, Nigel Easton and Barry Boyce was harassing me and my then minor children's, and my 89 or 80-something-year-old daddy back then, may my dad rest in peace, and nothing happened to him. Now, what if I'd have did like I did in Cabrini Green, went and got a weapon and shot and killed him? Then it would have been a big thing. But I just want y'all to just pay attention. That's why I made this video early this morning about the children's in the streets selling drugs, fighting, gang banging, killing each other. If we had some leaders in this town started criticizing me, see, when they criticize me, they march with people like Nigel Easton and Barry Boyce. But where they at now? Nigel Easton is in hiding because he turned informant. He was a gangster at first. Gangster, drug dealer, thug. But then he told on some high-ranking gang members and got 4 of them life. Another one pled guilty and got 30-something years. And Barry Boyce, some house, they say, is just getting 6 years. But all of them have racketeering. I'm going to let y'all figure that out. But you see, people want to be gangster. Either you a gangster or a snitch. We know that Lester Gillespie, Rodney Jones, Steve Betts, Arthur Cassell, Susanna Wesley Family Learning Center, and a lot of these other preachers marched on this same corner with Nigel Easton and Barry Boyce because they said God called them to do a unity march. God ain't finna call no drug dealers, no thugs that's misusing, abusing the black community, assaulting their black elders. God don't call people like that to do no unity march. But I'm gonna let y'all figure it out for yourself. Keep criticizing me while your kids going to the cemetery and the jails because y'all ain't standing up like I am. I want y'all to take a look at this here. This is last night on the 27th of January 2024. It's about, what is this, 1740. That's about, I think that's about 6:17 rather. And what you're seeing now is raining outside real hard. That's Vine and Warhousing. So much stuff happens on this corner. You can see this young guy. You know, I'm just starting video, and he been running since about, I think about 6:15, running back and forward, running away from this individual. You can't probably see it real good, but this individual is much taller than this little young guy. At first, I thought they was playing, and then I see a group of white and black, male and females out, and some of them earlier was like cheering them on. But what I want to show you, I'm going to probably fast forward it because I want you to just see what have you see this guy. he trying to, I guess, trying to stop. He don't want to fight or whatever. But I'm gonna fast forward to when right in this spot where they at now, the other guy got a hold to him and body slammed him. I'm gonna get right back to it. All I can do is keep praying for my community here in Charleston, Missouri. All I can do is continue to try to wake up those that's asleep or in darkness and expose. Lester Gillespie asked a couple of times on one of my videos, he told me to name 2 things that I have done besides exposing people. I'll tell him 1. People that didn't live here or don't live here anymore, who mothers and them go to churches down here, support the people here in Charleston, Missouri. They ask me would I go check up on their family. Ain't that something? They didn't ask Lester Gillespie. They asked me, can I go check up on their family? And I did. Guess for how much? No charge. Let me tell you something else. There are some people that lived in the projects and other places that couldn't pay their electric bill. Some male and females who children didn't have Pampers and wipes. Me and my daughter came out of our pocket. I can keep on naming Lester, but I ain't gonna name nothing else. But tell me what you, Rodney Jones, and any of the other people that's a part of your organization, one of your organizations claim that y'all deal with trauma. I'm sure that young guy last night had trauma being slammed in the mud in the rain and then being ran back and forth. I'm sure he had trauma. I'm sure my children's had trauma when the police came in my house and took them out of here when they was 1 and 2 years old, held me at gunpoint, and they was out in the streets in Chicago, Illinois, in the projects, living in the streets for 70 days and 70 nights. I'm sure they had trauma. I'm sure me and my children's and my daddy had trauma when Barry Boyce and Nigel Easton was out here in front of our house, harassing me at the police station, harassing me other places, and wasn't nothing done. Peace out.